What you're about to hear is a story of deception, manipulation, and a decades-long plan orchestrated by the KGB. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a reality backed by former intelligence officers and declassified documents. This is the story of how Russia groomed Donald Trump as an asset over 40 years. In 1977, a young and ambitious Donald Trump married Ivana Zelnikova, a model from Czechoslovakia, unbeknownst to him. This union would place him on the radar of the Czechoslovakian intelligence service, the STB, which maintained close ties with the Soviet KGB. Declassified files reveal that Ivana's father was coerced into reporting on Trump's activities, providing the STB and, by extension, the KGB with valuable insights into Trump's business dealings and personal life. The KGB recognized Trump's potential early on. They saw an ambitious businessman with a hunger for fame, wealth, and power. A man who craved admiration and was highly susceptible to flattery. A perfect target. In 1987, Trump was invited to Moscow, ostensibly to discuss potential real estate projects. But this trip was an ordinary business venture. It was orchestrated by the KGB. They saw an opportunity to cultivate Trump as an asset to mold his worldview, shape his ambitions, and align his interests with Soviet strategy. During his visit, Trump was lavished with attention. He was given guided tours, treated to lavish dinners, and promised lucrative deals in the Soviet capital. But behind the scenes, every move was being watched, every conversation recorded. The KGB was gathering intelligence, studying his weaknesses, and learning how to manipulate him. According to former KGB operative Yuri Shvets, the agency planted seeds of propaganda, feeding Trump ideas of U.S. decline, the failure of Western democracy, and the need for a more authoritarian leadership style. They encouraged him to pursue political ambitions, hinting that he could one day become President of the United States. Upon returning to the U.S., Trump made his first public political statement, criticizing NATO allies and questioning America's global commitments, ideas that mirrored Soviet propaganda. It was the first sign that Kig's influence had taken hold. Throughout the 1990s, Trump's businesses struggled. He faced bankruptcy multiple times and was shunned by U.S. banks. But then, mysteriously, Russian money began flowing into his projects. Wealthy oligarchs, many linked to organized crime, with ties to the Kremlin, bought luxury apartments, invested in his ventures, and funneled millions into his empire. The financial lifeline saved Trump, but it also deepened his dependency on Russian capital. He was now tied Toneworks with connections to Russian intelligence, making him more vulnerable to manipulation. Fast forward to 2013. Trump visits Moscow once again for the Miss Universe pageant. This time, he stays in the Ritz-Carlton, a hotel notorious for being under constant FSB surveillance. Unverified reports suggest that compromising material was gathered during this visit, material that could be used as leverage. In 2016, Trump becomes the Republican nominee, and the Kremlin launches a coordinated influence campaign. Russian hackers target democratic emails. State-sponsored trolls flood social media with disinformation. And Trump repeats Kremlin talking points on the campaign trail. Former intelligence officials have stated that Russia's goal was not just to disrupt the election, but to install a candidate they could control, a candidate they had been grooming for decades. This is not just speculation. Declassified documents, eyewitness testimony, and financial records all point to a calculated strategy by the KGB and its successor agencies to infiltrate American politics and install a puppet in the Oval Office. The truth is out now, but the consequences are still unfolding. The strings of manipulation reach far and wide, and the puppet show isn't over yet. If I go dark, if I don't post again, you'll know they got to me. But the truth is out now, and they can't erase all of us.